followings for today. For our first news, UK streamer named Bomber Guy decided on doing a charity stream dedicated to the completion of Donkey Kong 64. This will go to the transgender awareness charity group named Mermaids UK. The group's funding had been suspended because of an opposition campaign. Hence, Bomber Guy's charity event. The event's goal was just $30 or $300, but was able to reach $280,000, grabbing the attention of U.S. Democratic Congresswomen Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jack Black, Chelsea Money, and so much more. Up next, we've got here our next news. UK streamer named Hitman 2 just got a new update that brings hundreds of improvements, bug fixes, and tweaks. A PC bug that caused the game to crash when switching from full screen to windowed is now fixed. A new benchmark option has also been added to the PC launcher. There's also a fix for an issue that would sometimes cause frame drops upon discovering a new area. As for new content, the entire Hokkaido Legacy location, including the Snow Festival, has been added and will be available until February 12th. And now for our next news, we've got here Square Enix has just released a new set of screenshots for Kingdom Hearts 3, revealing that the game will include a cooking minigame. Sora and Remy, the rat chef from Disney's Ratatouille, will be able to whip up some appetizing treats in a restaurant owned by Scrooge McDuck. Ingredients are scattered throughout the game's different worlds, but players can also buy them from the Moogle shop. Players who successfully create a new recipe will have the honor of having their creation added to the menu. And now for our next update here. Bandai Namco was able to share brand new screenshots for the new characters joining the roster of their fighting game Jump Force. The new characters come from the Naruto universe, and they are Boruto Uzumaki, the son of Naruto, Kakashi Hatake, who is the master of Naruto, Kazekage Gaara, and Kaguya the villain. We also get to see the Konoha stage in the new screenshots, which looks like it has been mixed up with London. Jump Force is set to launch on February 15, available for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And now for our next news here. A delay had been experienced for the newest horror adventure game by Reggie Studios called SON because of some changes made to the game. First off, they replaced a character named Mr. Vamp to a character named Carrie, which caused the game to crash. Also, the forest is no longer accessible during the daytime. It is only in the nighttime that players can adventure through it. The developers also cut out some scenes to make the story more understandable. SON will be launching for PlayStation 4 soon.
You expect to wake up from this nightmare? Think again. This isn't a dream. This is hell.
And this time around, we've got here our Black Day has finished with its alpha stage and is now available in its. Now, Helios Production announced that their single-player shooter game called Black Day has finished with its alpha stage and is now available in its beta test. Along with that announcement was the list of additional features added to the game, like the inclusions of 5 different languages, which are German, Russian, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. The interface also received some improvements, which are a redesigned main menu, refurbished HUD, graphical improvements, and many more. And here's our next news for this time around, guys. The steampunk apocalypse strategy game called There Are Billions announced that their campaign will be a lengthy one, taking about 40 to 50 hours to complete. Also, along with that is the announcement that the single-player mode will not be available in the early access version of the game, but will be in the full of releases of the game instead. Developers Newman Shan Games said that they would rather be known as the slow developers with a full finished game rather than fast developers with an average game. And now for our next update. Nippon Ichi Software and NIS America released a gameplay trailer for their upcoming puzzle platforming game, The Lear Princess and the Blind Prince. The video gives us an idea of how the puzzle platforming gameplay is. We will get to see the princess, who is really a huge strong wolf, guiding the blind prince. In the wolf form, she can attach the prince because of her sharp claws. That is why players should switch between the two forms to guide the prince in his path. The game will launch on March 20, 2019. Up next for our next updates here. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown launched in the UK and players welcomed the game with open arms, landing in UK's physical charts at number 2. Although not in the first place, this amazing feat already breaks the franchise records for the game. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown is the most popular with the PlayStation 4 console, having 76% of its sales on the platform. The number 1 spot is claimed by the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is in the number 3 spot. And for our next update, days before the Dream League Season 11 Stockholm Major Open qualifiers, Vega Squadron has dropped our mid laner Anna's Mage Herzala. Manager Alan Bonkers Cook said it was an extremely tough decision, citing that Herzala was a good friend to all the players and a capable player in the role. Also, they wished him because success in finding a new team. Vega Squadron is holding out and announcing his replacement, saying they will do so during the Stockholm Major Open qualifiers that open on January 24th. And now for our next news. Studio MDHR has previously said that their next game will most likely retain Cuphead's art style, but it'll be a different genre and era. However, that's all we really know about it, and as if to tease us even more, producer and artist Maha Moldenhauer told Red Bull in a video feature that their ideas for the next game are pretty epic. Meanwhile, an expansion for Cuphead called The Delicious Last Course will be coming sometime this year. Maybe after that we'll get to know more about their next project.
Let's wake them up then, shall we?
And for our next update, today's feature deal is an action-adventure stealth game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The game is currently available at the best price of €10.99 and its Steam price is €39.99. Get this game today through our trusted store and save 72% on your CDK purchase. To get more of today's deal, type !deal in the stream chat now. Make the smart move and head over to Allkeyshop.com to compare CDK prices and save more.
Now let's head on to our first update, which is all about Resident Evil 2. Well, a Resetera user has revealed that retro skins for both Leon and Claire were announced during Resident Evil 2's launch party in Japan. Well, the skins turn both characters into their 90s polygonal counterparts and is currently available for PS4 players in Japan. Well, the skins will be made available for everyone else in the country on March 22nd, and there's no announcement yet of whether the skins will reach the West, and the game isn't even out yet here. Well, but there should be no reason why they'd let Western fans miss out. And now let's head on to our next update, which is all about Blizzard bans Hearthstone Pro from tournament. Well, Jason Void Quinn has been banned by Blizzard from the HCT America's Winter Playoff because of suspected cheating. Well, Apex Void was waiting for his turn in between matches and typed, "Do I play for hard fatigue in the Warrior matchup?" in the chat box for players and admin. He did not mean to send it, but just to show to his fellow player by his side. And as luck has it, the message was sent to which the admins deemed as cheating. Well, Apex Void accepts his disqualification as he broke the rules for asking advice. Up next, Bethesda shoots down rumors that Fallout 76 will be going free to play. Well, rumors have been floating around that Fallout 76 might be going free to play soon. The game launched to severely harsh criticism and was in itself filled with game-breaking bugs and poorly designed PvP mechanics. One Twitter user shared his disappointment at the possibility and said that if it happens, he'd want his money back and NKT just 500 atoms. A clear jab at Bethesda's cringe-worthy fix for every mess-up. However, Bethesda has finally put the rumors to rest with an one-liner: "There is no truth to this rumor." And And now we've got here another update for you. Well, if the previously announced Swedish tend to go for cultural or diplomatic victories, Suleiman, the Magnificent, and the Ottoman Empire have domination written all over them. Well, they have a unique governor named Ibrahim, who has his own promotion tree and can be placed in another civilization. The Grand Bazaar replaces the bank and provides extra amenities and strategic resources. They also have the Janissary and Barbary Corsair units, plus bonuses for siege units and conquered cities. And now turn-based combat to come to Pillars of Eternity 2 Dead Fire. Well, a free update is coming to Pillars of Eternity 2 Dead Fire, and it comes with the option for turn-based battles. Josh Sawyer, the game director, said that this new mode will change how the game is played. This is specifically for people who aren't quite as enthusiastic about the pacing of a real-time with pause combat system. This new turn-based mode will be available with the 4.1 patch and will be initially a beta so that the devs will know what changes to make. Well, this will be arriving on January 24th. And up next, Metro Exodus weapons showcased in a new trailer. Well, a new trailer for Metro Exodus features the weapons found in-game. Since it is the end of the world, you cannot expect to have new weapons produced, but what you can do is to customize it. Weapon customization has been a part of the Metro series since 2033, but this time it is a more expanded system. So we can expect a lot of handguns, shotguns, rifles being transformed, which are not that pretty to look at, but is really powerful. Metro Exodus will launch in February 15th, available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
With few traditional shotguns surviving the war, Metro engineers had to get creative, salvaging scrap from the surface world.
And now we're down to our next update, which is A Fisherman's Tale out now. Well, Bend and Twist Reality in Inner Space VR and Vertigo Games adventure game, A Fisherman's Tale. The game is now available on Steam, and with positive reviews, it looks like this game is off to a good start. Well, A Fisherman's Tale lets players experience an adventure like no other, as every move is infinitely replicated. The game also has mind-bending VR puzzles for players to solve. As this is a VR game, a virtual reality headset is required in order to play it. And now we've got here Fortnite lets you disguise yourself as a snowman in latest update. Well, Fortnite Season 7 is well underway, and its latest content update, patch 7.20, is giving players the ability to disguise themselves as snowmen. The snowman can be used as a disguise to sneak around enemies. While inside the snowman, players are shielded from damage, as it also has 100 health. While players can also take advantage of its other functions, such as throwing a snowman projectile. Fortnite's update to 7.20 is live now, and it also includes the new Sniper Shootout limited time mode. And we've got here PUBG's Vikendi map now live on consoles. Well, PUBG's snowy Vikendi map has finally arrived on consoles, and the latest update rolled out by PUBG Corp on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 includes the new map, which first released on PUBG's PC and mobile versions. The update also includes the Vikendi Survivor Pass, as well as other new content. The map comes with the exclusive snowmobile vehicle, which seats 2 players. There are also a couple of 2 weapons, the Scorpion, which is available on all maps, and the Vikendi exclusive G36C. And now, Dead or Alive, Six Dev has esports in mind for the series' future. Well, Dead or Alive 6 director Yohei Shimbori has high hope for the game in terms of the bustling esports scene. He said that he is happy to see that the esports movement has gotten bigger in recent years, and that he wants to work with DOA fans to help the game reach the type of a stage. Although the Dead or Alive series has been around for over 2 decades, it has never been taken too seriously because of how it leaned into fan service. Let's see how it goes this year. And Resident Evil 2 is getting a free DLC mode after launch. Well, a new mode is coming to Resident Evil 2 Remake after it gets officially launched. Well, the Ghost Survivors mode will be free to all players, and it is expected to add longevity to the game. The mode will release across 3 volumes with repeatable missions, as well as random elements. This will also include 1 new enemy type that's not included in the main campaign. An in-game shop will also be introduced where players can purchase upgrades. And now we are down to our last news for today, but of course, definitely not the least. We've got here the Allkeyshop deal of the day for you. Now, today's featured deal is the action-adventure stealth game Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The game is currently available at the best price of €10.99, and Steam price is €39.99. We'll get this game today through our trusted store and save 72% on your City purchase. To get more of today's deals, type in !deal the stream chat now. Make the smart move and head over to allkeyshop.com to compare City prices and save more.